Most argued and monumental rulings in U.S. history turns 49 years old this year. By a 7-2 vote, Supreme Court justices legalized abortion in the Roe v. Wade ruling. But could this be the last anniversary of that law? Some think that's a possibility. A roundtable discussion in Atlanta brought together researchers, doctors, and advocates for abortion rights and access in the state. Last year, at least 106 restrictions on abortions became law across the United States. And over the weekend, that panel discussed what could happen in a, quote, post-Roe world.
We know that access to abortion care is not just about what happens in the courts. It is about our humanity, our liberation, and our futures. Our vision for freedom has to be bigger than the constraints of the courts that were never built for us.
Georgia has been in the center of the abortion debate for these 49 years as a companion case ruled on the same day by the High Court helped clarify Roe v. Wade.
11 Alive's Karis Belger breaks down the arguments over abortion access in Georgia and where both sides stand.
Almost 50 years after the Supreme Court decision in Roe v. Wade, Georgia legislators, pro-choice advocates, and researchers held a virtual roundtable to discuss the impact of the case and abortion access in the state of Georgia.
That the messages that the Supreme Court have really been sending by a lot of their rulings clearly point to them either overruling Roe altogether or kind of pulling back the protections so much that they have effectively done so.
State Senator Jen Jordan joined the discussion, where, among other things, the conversation turned to Georgia's heartbeat law. Originally signed in 2019, the law has been tied up in court for 2 years. The judge overseeing the case, Sister Song versus Governor of the state of Georgia, decided in September to wait on ruling until a decision is made on another abortion case out of Mississippi, one that's currently before the Supreme Court. Jordan's concern is the potential impact of laws like those in other states.
And I would not be surprised if we see laws or bills like Texas's SB 8 get filed pretty soon.
And why does it matter? An advocate with ARC Southwest, an organization that helps provide resources for people who want an abortion, explained one of the reasons centers on communities that are disproportionately impacted by a lack of access to health care.
The folks that are most impacted by any sort of health disparity, socioeconomic disparities are the same people who are impacted by being able to access an abortion.
On the other hand, Michael Griffin with the Georgia Baptist Mission Board thinks Roe v. Wade needs a new examination.
We're going to have to concede that this is not about just a woman's body, it's about another body, and it's about terminating or killing the life of another body.
Griffin advocated for the heartbeat law and explained his position is rooted in the belief that life begins when a child is conceived, and the law signed by the governor protects that life. As for the future of abortion in the state of Georgia, Griffin says it all depends on what happens in Washington.
How the Supreme Court rules on that's going to say a lot about what's the future going to be? How far more are we going to be able to need to go?
And we have more on the historic Roe v. Wade decision online at 11alive.com.